Yeah, I've been moving, and it's almost done. Okay, it's almost done. My house, my setup's almost done.
It's never almost done. You think it's done, right?
Okay.
You think it's done, and then there's something else that pops up.
Yeah. All right. How did you guys decide how you want to decorate your rooms?
Okay, you know what the hardest
I'm
thing?
going to sound like a fucking robot right now, but I'm just like, I look at a blank canvas, right? And I know I'm meant to show my personality, and I'm just like, what do I show? How do I show personality? Give me a blank space, I have no idea what to do.
Here's what I did, right? In my head, I had like, all right, I've got all these JoJo posters. That's a must. That's going somewhere on the wall. I've got these big ass walls. All right, so then I know that's going there. So then I kind of have to figure out what goes in between the posters or what goes around the posters. And then it kind of starts to kind of form. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, here's what I want. I want soundproofing. I want carpet. I want soundproof squares. So I have an idea of stuff I want. Yeah. And then it's kind of putting it together and then thinking, okay, how would it look like that? If, my old room, it was like, I want this thing on the wall. That's it. I want posters of this, that, and I don't care.
So for me, the problem is that my room and the rest of my house is designed by two different people. Right, so like my room is
but your room still looks good though,
my room is good, but like the way myself and Aki think about interior design is completely like on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Question: would you decorate your bedroom if you lived alone?
Yeah.
Really? What would you decorate it with?
No.
I don't know.
I've never decorated my bedroom before, which is why it's so fucking difficult for me, right? Because the way I approach interior.
Wait, are you going to decorate your bedroom?
Oh yeah, no, my office. Sorry.
Oh, so
office. Yeah. But I mean, it's the same kind of deal where my approach to interior design is my same approach I have with like engineering. It's all about practicality, and that's just not good for interior design. I'm just like, I know, because here's my biggest problem with trying to fill up my room right now or my office is I know what looks bad, but I don't know how to make it look good.
See, because like if you're an engineer when it comes to interior design, I'm like a programmer where it's like, if white wall equals true, fill white wall with something. It's like that's it. It's like there's no opinion of like, oh, maybe I should put something here. It's like, no, if there's a space on my wall, I'm gonna find something to fill it up.
Yeah, one thing that's good about living in Japan is that Japan is extremely focused on practicality of like everything in your house. Everything has to be practical. So I kind of took a lot of that in mind when I made my office. I'm going to make an office tour video at some point on my main channel where I just go through everything that I did in the office because I think it's really. I think I did. I'm really happy with my office. It took me goddamn forever though.
It's also easy views.
It's also easy views. But also I want to talk about it because it took me goddamn forever, so I want to get some value out of it. It took me 2 fucking weeks just to soundproof the fucking room. But I think it's really easy to decorate a room in Japan when you can think more on like practical sides of things. Like you're like, okay, I want this here. Like I want all my anime figures, but I don't want them in just like a cabinet, like a glass one, because I want to be able to move it so I can access the cupboards behind it, but I don't want it on the wall with all the posters because it'll block them. So it's kind of like, all right, so there's like 10,000 things you got to consider, but you're just trying to like compute them all. But then at some point you just got to do something and then see how it looks and hope you didn't waste a ton of money.
Because that's like, as I've just established, I hate wasting time. And I'm just like, I just want something that looks good. I just don't know how to make it look good without just trying it out. What if I like rearrange all my furniture after I've just spent all this time building it and like, doing my desk setup, and then it just looks shit. What if it just looks shit? Because like I have a bunch of like anime merch, and like I just don't know how to make it look good. Like I've tried putting my anime figures on like a shelf or something, and I don't know why. I just don't think having a bunch of anime figures on a shelf looks good for my aesthetic. I say this with all this shit, but I think it works for our aesthetic. Right? And I don't know if we came to this by luck or if it just works.
So the way that Aki does it, which I think is kind of genius, is that what she does is when we first moved in, right? I was like, I'm going to do my room, you do the rest of the house, because you clearly have a better sense of it than I do. So what she does is she took photos of the empty room. Right. And then she would go into Photoshop and literally just Photoshop in different things that she was thinking to buy to like move it around.
I don't have time.
Holy shit. And if it looks good, then she buys it. And puts it exactly where she envisioned it to be. And because then you know what it looks like before you bought it. Just I'm like, it's kind of big brain.
Buy what you need, measure it.
Yeah, because
measures.
One thing I've like noticed about anime merch now that I'm like trying to make my room actually look cool, is that a lot of anime merch just looks really tacky.
Yeah, it does.
And I didn't realize this until now that I've moved to Japan and we've got like some cooler things. But like I was like, maybe I'll try putting some wall scrolls up. And now like even wall scrolls just look like
I've graduated from wall scrolls.
Yes,
and posters.
hello. I have been to an anime convention. That is the look when you put up wall scrolls now to me.
I've never understood the appeal of wall scrolls. I'll be honest with you.
Me neither.
They look shit.
I mean, I did
because they're like you know, like posters. You can get them framed. They look so clean, so like symmetrical as well, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then the nice glass panel or plastic, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And then you got this like poorly printed piece of paper with 2 plastic scrolls at the top and the bottom.
And it's never like fucking equal. The string just looks so tacky.
Yeah, the string looks really
We're just
tacky.
calling out everyone who has
the thing
fucking
is, right,
wall scrolls right now, which is so many people. But
I went through that phase though. So I understand. Like I went through the wall scroll and poster phase, and I'm like, I liked it at the time, but then when I learned about like framed stuff, that's when I was like, oh.
But here's the thing, right? Is that like those JoJo posters that I have, they're $13 per poster. Obviously, it's in Japan, right? So I understand.
Yeah.
And then the frame is like $12.
Yeah.
That's like $25 for a clean ass, massive, like really high quality print.
That's cheaper than a lot of wall
The
scrolls.
wall scrolls, right?
Yeah,
Which are
yeah.
like sometimes $30.
Yeah,
Like we're
yeah.
talking like even the A4 ones. Sometimes like $20.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. I'm not paying that. And they're always like, they always don't look as good. Like the print is never as clean. Like I don't know, man. I don't see a world.
Yeah, I'm past the wall scroll phase as well, which is why like I had wall scrolls in my old office, and I'm just like, this just looks tacky, but I don't know how to. I don't know what I want to replace it with.
Wall scrolls.
And now I'm going through that problem where I have to figure out what I want to replace it with. Like I have like it's just
You
so,
live in Japan.
It's so energy.
You can get these
because like
B4 prints.
I think I've done like
amazing.
one cool thing with my office, right? Because I have like a few cool anime merch, and I'm just like, what if I just put this all in a glass case? And I bought like a glass case, which is like a four component glass case.
I know the ones.
And I filled up like the top one was the Junji Ito bag that I got. The second one was like all the anime watches that I've got as well. Third case was all the wine equipment, all the anime wine equipment that me and Sydney have collected. And the fourth case is going to be for the Slam Dunk Air Jordans that I found on Yahoo Auction.
Oh yeah.
And I put it up, and I'm just like, damn, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
And then I realized that's like 1/100th of the entire fucking room. Fuck.
That means you gotta start collecting more stuff.
And I'm just like, oh, it looks cool, but like it's like putting it next to everything else, it just looks so empty now.
Damn, that 1/10 of my room looks epic.
I know, right?
You got, bro, the people, when they rob your house, man, they're going right for that cabinet. The entire Garnt Manitoba wealth is stored in that one glass 4 cabinet.
Like you've been collecting JoJo figures or JoJo fucking merch, and I'm just like, this is how my collection starts.
Yeah.
Starts with one cabinet.
Yep.
My God.
Yeah.
No, I bought one of those. I didn't buy a glass cabinet because I wanted to be able to move it because it's blocking my cupboards. So I bought one on wheels that I can just kind of like shove out the way.
Oh yeah.
Well, one thing I definitely underestimated was how heavy glass is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, extremely so.
Yeah.
Why? Well, why? What made you?
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean,
Well, you're like, oh, that looks light.
I felt like there was another point coming.
Oh,
there.
sorry.
Like, I was,
You literally just went, glass is heavy.
yeah, I was waiting. I was like, okay, why did you learn this? What made you realize
Okay,
this?
because-
God, it's
because-
like glass heavy. Thank you for
Because
coming to my TED talk.
I don't know. My point was that glass was heavy, and I did not like. I did not.
What, you
factor
didn't
this
think it was
in.
heavy?
I didn't.
It's fucking glass.
I didn't think about this. Okay, I don't think about this shit
Wait, I think everyone knows glass is heavy.
because
Water is wet. Thank you for coming to the Trash Take
I
podcast.
get because like one big issue I've had with living in a house now is that you have to carry things upstairs, and luckily enough, my office is on the ground floor because I had the choice between mine being on the ground floor and mine being on the top floor, and I'm just like, I want a glass case, obviously, and I'm just like, once I got the glass case delivered, I was just like, was glass always this heavy?
Yes.
Because I don't know how I was meant to carry this upstairs if I needed to, but thank God I didn't
Damn,
need to.
glass in Japan is really fucking heavy.
Yeah. So that was my story. Garnt discovers
That
that
was it.
glass
That
is
was
heavy.
Discovers glass is heavy.
Hey man, I picked up like this metal thing. I was like, shit, metal's kind of heavy.
wow.
Damn. Okay. Fuck.